No, you're good.
What's up, Moon Boys? Welcome to another exciting episode hosted by yours truly, Walk and Vital. We're here to discuss the market and how it's currently sitting. Stay tuned to learn more. Cue that intro.
Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure to subscribe and hop in our Discord to keep up with all the alpha. So right now I have Ethereum pulled up. This is the daily chart. As you can see, we're still trading in the channel that we mentioned in our last update, and we are respecting levels pretty well. There is like current news about North Korea sending some missiles at Japan or something, and also some credit bank issues. So we might see a lot of more bad news coming. So Ethereum can drop a lot more. So I would be a little cautious with your entry. But as you can see, I feel like 1300 level has been constantly tested and we're just trading sideways right now. So keep an eye on it before making an entry this week. So I'm going to jump over on Solana. Same concept. We broke out of this bearish triangle, came down, hit support at around 30 Solana, came back up, tested resistance, but we're making a double bottom right now. So right now, basically, we need volume to push us up towards the blue line on my screen, as you can see, which is towards like $39-$40. If we could break through that, then we have potential to go up on the upside. But due to the macro conditions of the market, um, I'm still quite bearish. Running over to NFTs right now, at least over on the Ethereum network, we have seen volume trending upwards a little bit. Usually, when crypto is trading sideways, that generally means that NFTs do pretty well. Over on OpenSea, there are several projects that are currently trending. One project that we called out at zero point 0.3 Ethereum and zero point 0.4 was Ranga. So let me pull that up for you guys. It's it's currently sitting at 4.7 right now, which is a pretty nice bag if you were in the Discord. Besides that, there have been some pumps in the Ethereum network, but people are still on the Deegan plays, and we're still seeing like some credible projects slowly climb in volume. What are your thoughts over on Solana at the moment, Walk?
Yeah, no, I think that was great analysis over the market and Ethereum blockchain. For those who don't know, the when Vital says Degan, he means degen. Calling that out, just messing. But yeah, no, I think it's really important right now to kind of look at a lot of the externalities with, like you said, the war and the midterms coming to an end in about a month. Because I think there's been some relief there, trying to make the market look better than what it actually is. So we might see some downward trends coming out of that from the Solana market. Some of the plays that we've been calling, or some of the ones that have been trending, you can see like Mouse in the House. We called that way longer, close to like one Solana, and that one's been kind of pumping on and off. Like it went to like 2.2 where we're at today, and we called out like look to start collecting profit because we're hoping most of us were grabbing more than one, and then it kind of dipped back down to below 1.5. We also mentioned our Discord, start adding a little bit more to the bag because we can see this pump come back because they got a big announcement. It looks like it's coming out in the next 2 days, so we'll see where it goes from there. The floor is thin. The listings are below or about 5%, so that's good. So I'm excited to see where this play goes at in the future. Netrunner was a good play that we're calling out. Hopefully, I think we called it around this 2.7 area. So right now it's still kind of chilling around that same area, but listings are considerably low compared to the total supply. They have a lot of tools. Check out our YouTube channel to see more coverage on this item. But I think there's a lot of potential here. What was that other play on Neo Hunters? That was a cool play. We called it, I think, 1.1, something
Yeah.
like that. Right now they're going into like an art rework, and so it pumped up to about here I think like 2.7. That's when we said started looking to collect some profit, and it kind of dropped. I think it dropped down to close to 2. We're saying on our Discord that maybe start considering another entry point or potentially building your bag because after this art reveal. We're not too sure how it's going to react, but it could be positive, and because the artwork sneak peeks that you can see in our YouTube video, it looks pretty sick. So a lot of the there's a lot of trending going here. It's not super pumpy like it was like a month ago when Utes came out, but I think there's still a lot of potential plays out there. How do you feel, Vito?
100%. One thing lately that I've been really loving about the Solana market is the plays that we've been having, like you mentioned, like Mouse in the House, Neil Hunters, and even Jacan, where like we get in at a low price. Like Mouse in the House, we played that to a T where I think we got in at around one soul, and then it pumped to like 2.2, and like we unloaded like half our bags, collect the profit, and then there's that dip, the pullback, and then you can jump in again and like eat multiple times in a play, which I've been liking because like I feel like when you're especially new to the space, you're kind of just set on like, oh, if I have whitelist, I'll mint a project, I'll profit, or I heard there's good news about this project, so I'll just buy it and I'll sit and I'll pray that it pops. But the way we've been calling it in our Discord, I've really been liking it because it allows us to be more active, also like lock in profits and learn more about how people trade because it's definitely a lot different than on Ethereum because on Ethereum I feel like you get in a project, you wait for it to pump. If it pumps, if it doesn't, it just crashes. There's really no there's not that many bounces, I feel like, and I feel like prices hold a lot more steady over there. There's not that much volatility like we've seen with Mouse in the House or Neo Hunters where like jump like 1 to 2 Solana and then pull back and stuff like that. As of right now, are there any projects on Solana that you think has good potential to run in the near future?
Well, I'll say I think you kind of briefly touched on one that we also touched on our Discord is a Chikan or Chikin, some people call it. I don't
Yeah.
know which one's proper, however you prepare it. I think this is a fairly good entry point. I think we got into this play close to 3.4 initially, and it ran up, I think, close to 8 or something
Yeah.
like that. So we also said in our Discord, start looking to, unload the bag a little bit, start collecting profits because these plays tend to, like Vital said, have a little bit of volatility. So I think this play has pretty strong potential. I think the art upgrade reveal, some people loved it, some people hated it. So I think the project owners are like looking to kind of find a middle ground, so like where it can make like majority of the holders or potential holders like happy. Um, so we're stay tuned for that because I think that could be if they found a middle ground where everyone's happy, this project I think could run similar to Vandal City, which is also another play where I think is potentially undervalued because it's in the mix of its upgrade, similar to like Neo Hunter. So I think this play ran up to was it close to 20. So
Yeah.
I think this play has potential to run higher. So we're kind of see how this play plays out a little bit.
Yeah, and I think I think this project's called Yukio. This is the artist that's working on the Neo Hunters art upgrade as well. So I feel like I'm still personally holding some Neo Hunters, not trying to pump my bags, but I feel like this art, like the style of it, is pretty good. What are your thoughts, Walk?
Yeah, I think. Well, I agree. I think this artwork is really good. I think some of the colors that he used for this Yukio, I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but some of the colors they're using here is some of the colors they're using for the art upgrade for Neo Hunter. So it's a very attractive like color balance. So I'm excited to see when they fully come out.
Yeah.
Um,
I wonder if there's gonna be like some sort of like collab in between both of the ecosystems.
I mean, potentially, that I think that's always fun to kind of speculate with Solana projects, and seeing like potential collabs, and because I think there's a lot more opportunity for that in this blockchain.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. Let's jump over on ETH and see what projects we're excited about. So I feel like Ranga, we've been talking about that for a while. Right now, it's huge in the space because a lot of like people that own board apes, are repping this as their profile picture. And people are comparing this to like the Azukis, the Doodle, that this is the next big thing. And they're also saying like if we were in a bull market, this would already be at 10 Ethereum. Obviously, right now at 3 Ethereum, an entry is super high and super risky because the downside is very significant and you don't really know how much the upside is. Um, and then one big project that I'm huge into is PXN. I don't know if you've heard about this one, Walk, but super big into this project. There's not that many listed currently. Let's see. There's only 287 listed out of 10,000 supply. They're basically working on a gray market. We actually have a video that dives a lot deeper into this, but within by the end of the year, we're supposed to get the gray market that's coming out. And also on top of that, we're getting the white box in the next week or two. So there's two big catalysts that are in the pipeline. And also, one of the CEOs, her name is Pants. She was just on a Web3 conference, and there is speculation that there's some type of VC talks and stuff like that that might ignite something pretty big. And I feel like one project that we haven't really touched base on too heavily on our channel is Kaiju Kings, because I feel like this project is very respected in this space. And I feel like this was kind of during the time that me and you got into this space block, right?
Yeah, yeah. When this project came out, yep, that's when I started.
Yeah, so like I think like the genesis of this is sitting at 2.27 in the bull market. It did run to 7. They have a whitelist marketplace and they have a clothing store as well now. And they just opened up some type of competition where you can create a custom trait for your Kaiju Kings, and if it wins, you'll eventually be able to purchase it. And it kind of goes with like the whole dynamic NFT route that a lot of projects are kind of going with, where it allows you to kind of alter the PFP that you have, because people are kind of saying like if you can alter it to something that you do like and it kind of has a characteristic of yourself, it attaches your emotion, therefore it makes it harder for you to want to sell it, you know what I mean? So it kind of keeps like the whole diamond handing aspect. And from my understanding, Doodles is also doing that, Creeps, and also PXN. So I feel like that could be a next meta in the next bull run. What are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good standpoint for for this product to like affect the market in that way. I really I really do enjoy when you like talk about PXN because I do think that kind of hits a lot of the metrics or parameters that we like in projects with like the low listing amount, the floor. Honestly, I think it's been around the 0.15 to zero point 0.2 for like months now. So I feel like we had kind of bottomed out, or we're kind of at a point where the entry is fairly low risk,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of upside. So I think, yeah, no, I think Ethereum has a lot of fun stuff going on. I think PXN could be part of that, especially with I personally am a big League of Legends fan, or just Riot Games fan. So I think with this art having like some Valorant inspiration, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, definitely, man, definitely. Let's see. Are there any upcoming projects that you're excited about on Solana? I know you won some whitelist recently.
I did win some whitelists recently. I think out of all the ones I won, I think the one that I'm probably excited about would be probably Flaskies.
Flatskis?
I think Flaskies has some potential. The artwork is kind of nothing too exciting. It's kind of like not. I'd probably say it's pretty mid tier for artwork. That's not
That's not.
project. But I think you might have to go to Flaskies like NFTs.
Oh, like
There you
this?
go, it's right there. Yep. So yeah, it's
Mm.
minting out in the next few days. There's not the it's not like the largest collection. Well, actually, it has 10,000. Excuse me, I was thinking of Cyberbonks for a second, but it has about 10,000. But the mint price is 1.3 to 1.5. So it's relatively low. It's about 60, not even like $50 USD to invest into it. So it's like fairly low risk, with pretty decent upside. I think some stuff that worries me is like some of the artwork is not as pristine as I would like it. But again, like I said, I think it has potential, has engagement. Their roadmap with like the laboratory that they're coming out with it has potential too. So there's some stuff there to kind of get you excited about. So maybe keep an eye out for this play, and you can also like jump into our Discord and see how we plan to play this play. So thank you all for tuning into this. Hope you guys learned a lot. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoyed this video, or if there's anything else you want us to cover. Peace.